Shit, I forgot about the next video. Meh.
Okay, I got the set cleaned up, and here we are. I put out the stuff we're going to talk about today, and that's going to be Mafex figures. It has been brought to my attention that I say the word for Medicom's company. Medicom is the company. Medicom's line of toys. That's Mafex. I say that incorrectly. It's supposed to be Mafex, not, this is only quoting, Mafex, like I have been saying. I'm going to keep track of how many times I say it wrong. And at the end, we're going to look at that number, and we're all going to laugh at Aaron. So I wanted to talk today about Mafex figures. So we're back in. I decided to change up how my mic works because I felt like I was peaking too much in the last episode. I don't know, maybe I need a cover for it? I don't know how lapels work, but I have one, and I use it. So here it is. I hope this audio works. Today I wanted to talk about Mafex figures. I have quite a lot. This is all 8 of my legitimate Mafex figures. This one's a bootleg. He's okay. Yeah, and I think Mafex is a cool line. But it's got some issues. It did not start off as a great line. Started off, we got these little floppy boys that fall apart, like if you look at them, and now he won't stand. And that's a bit of an issue. They were also a little bit too big, but they're mostly fine now. They got a lot of movie figures. I like their movie stuff, but their movie stuff tends to still have a lot of QC issues. But then again, even their comic stuff apparently ends up having a bunch of QC issues. But overall, if I had to pick a favorite import company, it'd probably be Medicom and their Mafex line of toys. I definitely find myself enjoying these more often than I enjoy others. They got a lot of good stuff. And the bad stuff I don't buy. See, I really like Astro Boy, and so of course, I was about to say Mafex, and we haven't gone up yet. Mafex announces that they're gonna do an Astro Boy in that line, and so I'm like, dude, that's freaking cool. I'll wait because I don't like him that much to just pre-order him, and then it comes out and he's got jaundice. I don't want any figures with jaundice. What if I get jaundice? What if I get yellow fever? It's just, I don't like it. I keep wanting to press it, just as an idle fidget thing, because I have attention problems, I guess. But I also don't. So either way, this is not just a general overview of whatever Mafex figures I own. This is specifically, I wanted to talk about the Wolverine that just came out recently and everybody's been losing their shit over. I know I'm late. I'm very late on this guy. Also, this has already been opened. I've had this guy for 2 weeks. And I don't know. I'm lazy and I like to procrastinate, and that's Aaron. But I've had this guy for a while, so I've had the time to sit down with him and get to know and figure out how I feel about him, and I think that that's important. And I have some things to say. I'm gonna start by getting him out of the box. This is just to lift the lid. I've already, like I said, I've had this guy. I've cut into this. I put him back in the box 10 minutes ago for show. But I'm gonna get him out, and we're gonna talk about him a little bit. Can you leave the box? There he is, in all of his glory. So again, I've had this guy for a while, so I've had my time to fiddle with him, toy around with him, see what kind of issues and what kind of benefits that he has. Okay, so I think I lucked out on the paint, the Mafex paint QC lottery. It's worse on his back that I'm seeing, but on his front, that's not going to focus because I have autofocus turned off. But on his front, it's generally okay. On his back, it's a bit more of an issue. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I'll try to zoom in. Maybe I won't be able to. And you'll just have to take my word for it. On his back, he's got a bit more of an issue with his paint apps. Not so much there, there's like one spot where it's outside of the line. Everything else just gets close to the line and doesn't exactly match up, but stays within. I don't know. See, this isn't that much of an issue for me because I'd totally be fine to just go back and paint these lines black later anyway. Okay, so sorry. I'm disjointed today. That's one thing that a lot of people didn't like about Mafex Wolverine. We're at 2. I've only said it twice. A lot of people didn't like that about him because they're not used to blue stripes, and it's fair. He appears a lot more in black stripes in the comic books, but there are a couple times in Marvel Comics where he has blue stripes, and it's this suit. So it's not like Mafex did. It's not like Mafex did anything that didn't have some sort of representation. It's just not what everybody's used to. So there's that issue with it. And then there's these long claws. And these claws are long. Very long. Much longer than they have any right to be in the look. That won't fit. These will not fit in his arms. He will always have straight arm if these are retracted. However, I like long claws. Yeah, this is very much like Marvel vs. Capcom length of claws. And I really like Marvel vs. Capcom, so I'm for it. The other thing is that he doesn't come with a lot. I mean, like, I could pull out Spider-Man and Venom and they have a shitload of hands. They have so many hands. It's like, what do I do with all these hands? They're in my hands. But he doesn't come with that much. He comes with fists open, fists with claws, and then heads. And that's it. I guess I don't see what else Wolverine would have. But I'm still disappointed because I'm paying what is this? I mean, like, these retail at like $65 for pre-order, $70 afterwards. And then like another $10. So you're paying like $75 at the minimum to ship this to the United States. I feel like he should come with more. Personally, I don't know who started the narrative that these are $100 figures. They're not. If you're paying $100 for your Mafex figures, reevaluate your life choices. I don't want to sound like I'm ripping on this guy because I do actually like it. I do actually like the figure. It does have some issues that I don't like. It has a lot of things that I do like. I like the long claws. Not personally a fan of the blue stripes, but I could get it. I could understand blue stripes. It's nothing I'm gonna freak out about. It's good sculpting. I really like the sculpt work that they do on the face, and I mean, like, This dude is look like a man, but I'm animal raw, you know? Like, it's just that Wolverine of like, I'm gonna cut you with my fist knives. That's what Wolverine says all the time. And I like that he has that grimace, that grit. Even this, I mean, this one, this face is a little bit anime Wolverine. That's most of the Mafex. I didn't say it. That's most of the Mafex comic real life faces. I mean, like these two, of course, these faces don't look like animes because this is from the comics, stupid. But their real faces, they skew towards anime, and I just don't like to mix my anime and my comic books. There's nothing wrong with that. But Wolverine, I feel disjointed because I'm a little disjointed with this guy, but I like him, even though he has a lot of issues. And if someone was asking me, people have asked me this recently, should I buy him? And that's what conflicts me. I did luck out. A lot of people have not. A lot of people have gotten very mispainted stripes. Robo from Foosh got this head without the insert, so he can't even put it on the figure. But that works for him because he's just gonna put it on a Marvel Legend. But unless you're really a fan of this Wolverine, unless you're like, that's the Wolverine. That's the guy. I like the claws. I don't mind the blue stripes. If you're like me, yeah, and you know, you can roll the dice and see how you luck out. But otherwise, I'd pass on this figure. He doesn't come with enough to justify the price, and he has too many issues to justify the price. So with that in mind, I just think you should be cautious. I really hope Cyclops doesn't have any of these problems, because I like Cyclops more, if I'm being completely honest. Just from like an aesthetic, I mean, like he's not a good person, but from an aesthetic point of view, I prefer Cyclops. So if Cyclops comes out, great, and he's got a ton of accessories, you know, maybe go for that one. Or maybe go for this one if Cyclops turns out fine, because I think as an accessory, even though he's his own figure, I think that Cyclops and Wolverine, these two in this line, are going to look great together. But yeah, again, I like him, but you should be cautious if you're thinking about buying it. Definitely, if you have the ability to. I'm not saying that Ami or Big Bad Toy Store, if you want to overpay. I'm not saying that these places are going to let you see exactly what you're getting beforehand, but if you go on eBay, if you browse Facebook, like toy buying marketplaces, if you have a chance to look closely and definitely eye the stripes. A lot of people talk about the bicep coming off. Mine does if you force it. I'm not going to force it because I don't want to try and put it back on. But otherwise, from like general use, it's fine. It's fine for me. That's definitely just another thing that Mafex needs to work on. Wow. I hope I didn't say it any time in there, because I was not paying attention. Mafex. Let's do a safety too. So I was talking about something. Yeah. If you have the means to see exactly what you're going to be buying before you buy it, look closely in the box, enhance, zoom, do this CSI Miami thing, and figure out, see if you can look at the stripes. The bicep you're not going to be able to tell, but in my experience it hasn't been detrimental. People are just, some of them come off a lot easier than others, and people are like, this is an issue. And I am going to talk about something that might be able to fix that a little bit later, because this bootleg Deadpool, he had the same problem, and I'll just talk about it right now. Clear nail polish that's real dusty. It has to be dusty. Clear nail polish. Pop off the arm. I think it's a little joint in there, or a little peg in the bicep. Brush some of that on there. Stick it back in. Move it around. It works, and you're fine. I don't feel the need to do that on this Wolverine because his biceps stay in for me. They will come out if I force it, but I'm not going to force it. But overall, I think that a lot of people overreacted a bit. You know, like people were in the toy community, people were screaming and yelling about this. And how could Mafex do this to us? And I think that they're not unjustified. I just think it was a little overblown. Most of the reviews that I watched for it, they thought it was fine. You know, yes, with issue, but overall, a fine figure. And that's exactly what my opinion is. And then there's one guy who's stupid and dumb and whatever. And I'm not going to talk about him. But I just feel like it was overblown. And you know, these people out there saying this is the worst figure that's ever been made. This is a 3 out of 10. I hate this and I'm dumb. Those people need to chill. And it's not like it was anything like the Mafex Alien, which I recently obtained and I'm going to look at. This one is legitimately. This has a lot of QC issues. People have been freaking out about this, rightfully so. The problem being is that a lot more people wanted him than wanted him. So people didn't yell and scream about this one all day. This is a legitimate new in-box item. I got this from my local comic book store. They had it for $30, and I checked inside, and the toe is gone. I don't know if it's in. Oh, there it is. The toe is in here, but it's not on the foot. So I talked them down to $20. So I got this for $20. So let's take a look at it. And this is what this video has been building up to. I'm gonna see if, first of all, I'm gonna see what kind of issues this thing has. I know it'll have some issues because of the toe. And then I'm gonna see how I can fix them. And then, you know, at the end of the day, this is probably gonna be a fine figure. I like Alien. I love Alien, specifically 1979's Ridley Scott directed Alien. Aliens is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I like it. It's a good movie and it's enjoyable. Alien 3 blows. Alien Resurrection blows more. Prometheus and Covenant, I don't even think that they're movies. They're terrible. And that's Aaron's movie review. So let's get in here. I think I'm gonna unbox this. See you soon. It was just okay. So this is just a typical Mafex. This is just a typical Mafex stand. They didn't make it any larger to accommodate the fact that he's huge. Oh. That's his arm. I was not on him in the package. So that's cool. Wow! Oh, this is gonna be good. Does this even move? Barely. Okay. Oh my god. Wow, look at this. Okay, I have everything out, and wow. This is gonna be fun, huh? Paint and sculpt is pretty cool. That is definitely something that is done well. However, NECA also does good paint and sculpt, and so I don't know. So that pops in fine, and it doesn't seem to be coming out. These tubes are pretty good. Yeah. So this is these back tubes and a little bit on this one. That's definitely something I've been hearing that people have been having trouble with. They just pop off all the time. Mine seem to be pretty good. Obviously his arms are not. So let's get that bendy tail out of the way. Let's, oh no. Is that gonna fit? So this is a little bit difficult to tell, all the way over there. So this ball and this socket, they seem to be too tight. I am not sure if I have the ability to fit that in there. Maybe if I take this out. Can I? I can. I can take this socket out. Oh, Mafex, what are you doing? Oh, Aaron, what are you doing? Let's see. This probably will give me enough leverage to pop it in there. That is not. I may need to go heat this up and then pop this in. I still haven't tried to get the toe back on. I guess I can do that. Okay, toe seems to stay on as long as you don't overdo it. This might need some nail polish. Don't bump the mic. Stop. Got a little pain issue on his butt. That other toe works fine. The foot as a whole, I think, works a lot better. Oh, he is big. Okay. I like the size. The size is good. I mean, like, this is legitimately like a 1/12 xenomorph. NECA also makes it, but they're like an inch or two bigger because they're 7-inch scale. And, you know, I'm not into 7-inch scale as has been discussed. Overall, I'm not finding too much that I physically need to tweak. Just kind of stuff. Just having stuff issues. This one, can I swap out the... Okay, so this... Huh. I see. So this is the swap out mouth. And you can take it and take out the inner mouth. Oh, it goes like up into it. And then you put in another mouth. And then you put in the open mouth. And he goes, quah. That should be a lot longer, I feel. I'd like another like that much. Like that much mouth. But that's okay. That works. That's reminiscent of the original film. Yeah, I'm gonna go and try and fix this arm. I'm gonna see if I can do that. So this might be a while. I don't know. And you won't be able to tell that there's a difference. Okay, that actually didn't take that long at all. I heated up the arm and it popped right inside. So, final thoughts about him. He's alright. Mafex Mafex Alien. He's okay for the $20 that I spent. If I paid, I think this guy was more expensive than like everyone else. I think he retailed at like closer to 90. If I paid 90 for this, I'd be fucking pissed. Rightfully so. You know, things are falling off of him and you open him up and both of his arms are off. Out of the package. His toes missing. This is not stuff that I should be paying $90 for. I shouldn't have to pay $90 and then do work. This isn't a model kit. It's an action figure. So I'm glad I got this. I think he looks great. He's got a couple of issues, but overall the paint is really well done. I swapped out. This one was a little too see-through for me, and this one you can't swap the mouth, I don't think, on. So we have swap mouth, and that's okay. I like seeing through it, even on the closed one. So I totally forgot to put in a little mouth. Either way, it's a little more diffused in the hood, and I prefer the diffused look than to the outright clear. He comes with some cool stuff. He comes with what is this? 3 pairs of the same hand. They're all the same. So I just don't get why they included all of these. They're not distinctly different. They're all open hands. And, I get, when a company like Mezco includes 30 batarangs with your Batman, I get that, because you're prone to lose those. I'm not going to lose these. Why do I have 6 hands that are all the same? But whatever. I also glossed up a couple of things just to make them fit better. But overall, he's probably going to stand like this forever. I mean, I just don't have that many. Can you do a crouching pose? Or is his leg going to fall off? I think the sculpt blocks him from crouching. It might. This is another reason to go for the NECA, I think. But yeah, overall, don't spend too much money on this if you're going to get it. Or just don't get it. I'd say don't get it. However, being an Alien fan like I am, I'm decently into the fact that I only paid $20 for it. His hands are a little different, which is why I'm swapping one right now. But I don't even know if that was like a left hand or a right hand, because he's got thumbs on both sides. I don't know. But either way, Mafex, they kind of need to they need to stop having QC issues. For how much money people are spending on their toys, this shouldn't be something that's frequent. It's a little upsetting. You pay $75, $90, however much you end up paying for these figures, and it comes to you and it's broken, or it has mismatched paint, or the arms pop off, or all these things that you should not be having to deal with for how much you're spending on an action figure, for a 1/12 scale action figure, because 1/6 gets more expensive, whatever. I would just like to see them do better, because I wholeheartedly believe that Mafex has the ability to be one of the greatest action figure companies that I have ever had. But not if they keep having QC issues like this. Alien was too much. Wolverine, I think Wolverine was also a bit too much. I don't want to feel like I have to gamble every time I buy an action figure. Unfortunately, I'm locked in for the rest of the line. I've got Cyclops pre-ordered. I've got Batman, all 3 Batman pre-ordered. Hush, Dark Knight Returns, other Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, I've got all 3 Batman pre-ordered. I got Superman, I got Carnage, I got Catwoman. I got 7 Mafex figures just pre-ordered. They're gonna come to me whether I like it or not. I could cancel, but I'm not gonna, because I want them. I want them to be good. So yeah, I hope that they pick up their game, and they got a lot better since they first started making figures. Like, I'm not gonna say Wolverine, but Spider-Man is a lot better than the Mafex Stormtrooper that I have. This one's okay. He's just too big. So Spider-Man has no issues that this guy has. He's not too big. He doesn't fall apart in your hands. He's a great action figure, and that's why he ended up on my own top 10 list for last year. And I think a lot of their other stuff is also pretty good, but people shouldn't have to wait for a 2.0, and people shouldn't have to modify their figures, and people shouldn't have to do all this and do all that for the enormous amounts of money that they're spending for your quality import action figure. I'm just a little disappointed, and that's all that I have to say about Mafex today. I said Mafex a total of 11 times. I thought I was going to do a lot worse, and I did not. So that's my video today. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about these. I guess he's going to go in my collection. He's pretty cool. Even for the $20 I spent. I want to keep emphasizing that. I only spent $20. $20 on him. So his issues, I can forgive. 90 I could not. He's fine. Mafex Wolverine, I like him. Maybe I'm a Mafex 13. Maybe I'm a Mafex fanboy, and that's okay. I really like these figures, and I really like their setups. They have great articulation, in my opinion. I like them. I'm into these figures, but that doesn't mean that they're infallible. That doesn't mean that Medicom is doing a perfect job. They're absolutely not, and I think that they need to do a lot better. So that's my video. Like, comment, subscribe. Do that if you want to. Whatever. But otherwise, I'm gonna see you guys next time.
I became famous for blaming you fuck, naming my way through the brush. There was no training or taming of me and my bro.
Look like a man, but I'm animal raw.